What's up, Skywatchers? What is up indeed? Monday, September 29th, 2025. Alright guys, I just wanted to take a few minutes today to break down what's really going on here with Imelda and Humberto, because the situation has shifted a lot, and so is the narrative around it. As of right now, there is no hurricane expected to make landfall on the United States mainland. That's the official forecast. The models, the meteorologists, the National Hurricane Center, they're all saying the same thing. Imelda will stay offshore and eventually curve out into the Atlantic. And you know what? Based on the latest satellite data and the steering trends, I think that's most likely true. Humberto, after briefly hitting a Category 5 strength over the weekend, has been downgraded to a strong Category 4 hurricane. It's still powerful, and as it passes west of Bermuda later this week, it's going to churn up large, dangerous swells and rip currents all along the east coast. But the storm is staying out to sea and will not threaten the mainland directly. Imelda? Still a tropical storm for now, expected to become a hurricane soon. This is the one that had everyone concerned. But the latest model runs show a much sharper eastward turn, and we can see that on NEXRAD radar. All that light blue electromagnetic radiation is building a wall and pushing that storm out. And the official forecast reflects that. The odds of a direct strike on the Carolinas have dropped significantly. So if that's the case, what does this mean for the East Coast? It means we're not looking at a major tropical disaster here, but that doesn't mean we will not see impacts. In fact, there will still be plenty to keep an eye on. We're expecting rounds of rain through Tuesday, sometimes heavy, sometimes just light showers, and it will be cooler than normal with clouds and a steady breeze and moisture pulling north from offshore. And once again, that goes back to the electromagnetic radiation technology that we're talking about that is used to steer storms. And right now it's working for our benefit. And even though Imelda's center may never touch land, the storm's outer effects, especially rip currents and rough surf, will still pose hazards along beaches. Tragically, there's already been at least one fatality in Florida tied to rip currents from the system. By midweek, the pattern flips. Dry air pushes in, humidity drops, and we see a shift into fall-like patterns. Highs will stay in the low to mid-70s, overnight lows in the 50s, and the weekend looks dry and near normal. Now here's where I want to go a little deeper, because this is the part that most people will miss if they just follow the mainstream coverage. Even though the forecast looks calmer, we're still seeing the same patterns that I've documented over and over again. Widespread aerosol layers, chemtrails, blanketing the skies, radar pulses lighting up in the storm environment, and clear signs of atmospheric manipulation around the system. Look up and you'll see those milky streaked layers across the sky. That's aerosol dispersal, what people call chemtrails. Now look at the radar and you'll notice pulses and electromagnetic signatures aligning right where the rain bands form and shift. It's subtle, but it's there. And in my view, this is how the storm is being steered. Nudged just enough to keep it offshore and reduce the risk of direct landfall. And I want to be clear about something else. This is exactly how weather control looks in the real world. It's not always about stopping a storm dead in its tracks or flooding out a town. Sometimes it's about redirecting, weakening, or reshaping its trajectory. And when you connect all the dots here, that's precisely what appears to be happening. And so here's the takeaway. Imelda is likely going to miss the US mainland. Humberto will stay offshore but continue generating dangerous surf and currents. And the real story, the one that meteorologists and officials don't want you talking about, is the engineered atmosphere. We'll know more in the next 24 to 48 hours as Imelda peaks and begins that eastward bend, but for now things look calmer than they did a few days ago. That said, I'll keep watching every satellite pass, every radar pulse, and every model run, and I'll be right here to break it down for you as it evolves. All right, Skywatchers, stay aware, be prepared, and until next time, keep looking up.
It's a little afternoon on Monday, and let me guess, the meteorologists are telling everybody that this is all the system coming up from the south. This is all from, I don't even know, is it the hurricane, tropical storm? Haven't paid attention. All man-made in the sky right now. And I'm sure they'll be telling everybody, like I said, it's the system from the south. It's coming up.